This is E, the non-algorithmic name. Thank you for joining me for another collectible critique and in my eternal quest for bankruptcy. Enjoy! Hello fellow collector enthusiasts. Today I'm going to get all fanboy, pardon the quote, on you. And I've got here the Figma Robocop. I'm very excited. Robocop has been a long time favorite of mine. I don't really care about others' opinions on that one. Sorry. I haven't actually seen the archetype he body from Figma, but I guess it's built on it. I'm not really sure. Quick comment about the series. The series Robocop is, it's an old one, but strangely, I don't know, it seems to be, it's quite a memorable thing for me. It was one of the first, should I say, human cyborg things that I saw, which were actually very well done. I think it was well written. The effects were very good. And overall, I do recommend you watch it. It is, I'd go even so far to call it a cult classic. A little comment on the box. I have to say, it's a very nice box. Why? Because it's small. Usually I store these boxes, in case I want to get rid of them later on, then I have a fallback plan for my investment. But overall, it's just a simple box. It's small, it doesn't take up much space. Front, you get a clear display of all the accessories that come with the Figma. It's got a very nice color scheme that blends quite nicely with the whole Robocop, should I say motif? Color scheme? There's not really much to say. Number 107. The bottom is really the same as the top. Sides. Quick comment on Figma copies. In case this has, should I say, eluded your attention. With a copied box, you normally see that, if I'm to use an example of the picture of the eye of the Figma here, usually there's a small white silhouetted line around him, around the character. And that one is just sort of your first warning that you've bought a fake. In case you are wondering, the 100% way to tell is when you open the box, that new smell. Yeah, if it's just overpowering and you feel like it's going to kill you, then you've definitely bought a fake, so sorry about that. Anyway, enough talking, let's open them up, get them out and get a proper look. Okay, so box is opened. We're a bit more focused now on the Robocop because, let's face it, it's still a small figure and you need good zoom. Immediate comments about Robocop, the figure itself. It is done quite remarkably. I just love the way they've given a very pearl scent effect paint job. If I'm to give an example, you can see the corners and edges here. The pearl scent has been done very nicely. That purple effect which you see quite often in the movie due to the props, the way they made them originally. Helmet has been done very nicely, the face is done nicely, the mouth, I hope you can see it properly, has been lined quite well so you can make out the smile, I don't know, he always holds a very, what's the phrase, stone face. Accessories, you get the stand of course, as is with all Figma. Another little copyright tip, you get that little copyright right there. Sort of makes it feel more original and proves it's more original. You get okay, let's start here. You get the gun. Very, very well detailed. Very shiny, very shiny. In comparison to the movie, you get I guess it would be the flash when the gun fires. And to install it is just simply, can't really make it out, but maybe if I hold it like this, it's a tiny hole. Sorry if the zoom function plays havoc, and that would be connected to the top of the gun barrel. What else? You get the Figma bag. I never really use these, but another clue for the copy. Everything original usually comes with a Figma bag. And you get this instructional booklet. Again, pause if you would just like to see it. Not sure if it's a huge piece of interest. Yeah, and that's now to swap out these two pieces. You get the left side leg piece and the right side leg piece, which have been captured very well according to the movie. What else do you get? You get the helmet with battle damage. Sorry, battle damage. But yeah, I don't know what else to call it. There's just a small little extra line they've drawn in there from one of the later scenes in the movie when Robocop is attacked. La la la. And what I found most interesting is the way that they've presented the hands. Now, I don't know if this has changed and it's something new with Figmas, but what they usually do is there's an eight, I don't know what else to call it, an 8-piece holder where you can attach the hands. This time they haven't done that. They've just included it like this in a lower compartment that slides very neatly under the box. Just slides off, so you don't get an actual stand with it. I guess that's because of the way it's been designed. If you'll notice, each hand is now ball jointed to give it better mobility. Of course, replacement is still not a hassle. Also, notice it's shiny, very shiny. Sorry, I'm one of those magpie people who like it when it's shinier. So, let's get the hands out one by one. You got the open hand set. Very, very nicely detailed. Every little piece, every segmented joint of the hands is shown clearly, which is a plus. It's a little bit difficult to remove, but not impossible. Get pointing gestures. I don't know, maybe sort of a "you're under arrest" kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, there are many different scenes you can reenact, if you wish, from the movie. I personally don't, but never mind. Of course, you get the closed fists, which he has there, and you get the gun-holding fists. I like that they've included, I have to do it properly. I like they included the left and right side. And it fits in very easily, slides in very easily, it holds very well. It's rare to find a piece that has so few problems. I mean, if you remember the Hot Toys, it was nearly impossible for them to hold on to the gun. And they've included an extra piece. I guess they had to include this. This is now the right hand, sorry. It's now the right hand. It's, as far as I can tell, it's the exact same. So yeah, the reason they included that was sort of to balance out including this, the signature, I guess it would be the connector. I don't know, he sort of used it as what would be considered a USB port nowadays. It's not intended as a weapon, it's intended to download into computers as a link. It feels pretty strong, but I wouldn't apply any extra pressure on it. Yeah. So, of course, with every Figma we have to look at flexibility. Arms don't really move any higher, which is not really a problem. I mean, even on the actor in the original movie, it didn't happen. The arms sit quite nicely. Fists rotate. They don't go any further back than this. Don't, force it. What else? The head turns. You can do a full 360, but I'd rather not. Head moves back and forward. Apparently the fists don't sit in too well, so that's a nice little warning. And I was trying to get him to do a whole rock out effect. Hey, that works. The legs, they bend in, they rotate inwards and outwards, which is quite nice, because thanks to this design here, the feet don't rotate, period. And in case you're wondering, this is a moving piece here on the, I guess it would be the hydraulic, the Achilles component. So I mean, that's quite nice that they included that, the way it sort of can go into the hydraulic piece. That was quite nice of them to do so. Maximum movement of the leg, that's about it. No real rotation, no rotation. Here there's rotation. and here they need rotation to balance out, I guess, the design. Okay, enough rocking out. Get the hand back on. It's got a ball joint in this section, solid piece here, and another ball joint on top, giving it, as you can see, very, very good flexibility. I dare say more than the actor in the suit originally had. I'm just leaving out irrelevant information. I mean, you're not really interested in the actor's name. We're all here to look at figures. Inconsistency with Figma, that's what usually happens. No satisfying click, and it slipped out pretty easily. Scary easy. So yeah, that hand doesn't sit too well. Let's look at the leg joints. Now, according to the instructional booklet, it's just a simple... Wait, I have a very bad history with this, but yeah, according to them, it's just a simple pull out. Which, I'll be honest, I'm very nervous about doing because I tend to break things. Nevertheless, that's what it says. You can look at the instructions yourselves. Pull out, pull back in. Bear in mind, this is now pretty new. It's the whole reason I decided to skip the Yoko showcase video. Sorry, not skip, postpone. You can see you got two pegs shaped in a special manner, and you got two holes, crevices, into where they fit. So I guess that's a very good way of making sure the left and the right side doesn't really get confused. And sorry, to attach this, simply, gosh, I'm having terrible luck with this. You get two pegs here. I haven't done this yet. You get two holes here, so you can see what the learning curve is like. Something interesting that just happened, the hydraulic fell out. So, there's the piece. This is good stuff. So that's just a little bit of advice, be careful. To reinstall it, I guess, is mindlessly simple. Yep, that's all. Ooh, it really doesn't sit in there very well. So, my advice is to watch out. Well, in general, I think that the Figma has certainly more flexibility than the actor's suit originally did. And there is not really much more I can say about that. You know, it would have been really nice if they included a face. That, to me, would have just been the icing on the cake, so to speak. Points on the simplicity of it. Simplicity is also important in the design. It makes it very, I don't know how to say, it's marketable to a wider range. If they made it really complicated, then, you know, people would not be as interested in it. Simplicity sells. What more can I say except as to open a discussion for comments? Do you like cake? And also, do you think it's a good representation of the original film, the original actor? I think it's quite a good representation, but as far as display and all goes, we'll have to see it, you know, in the showcase video to get a real idea of how nice it looks. I don't think I'll have a problem finding music. Okay, so these are two of the other Figmas I have lying around. I know I haven't gotten to these reviews yet, but they'll come at some point in the future. It's slow going, I know, so thank you for being patient with me. He's apparently not that large. Bear in mind this is Drossel, robot. And yeah, Ryumushime. And they are standing on that little platform. I'm not sure that makes a very large difference. But it does. I mean, he is a decent amount taller than a female one, so I think it's quite intelligent the way that the Figma Corporation has been able to sort of adjust the Figma archetype he body into something that looks very different. He fits in here. I mean, I think that looks pretty good as a display, don't you? Open up another conversation. I thought I'd do something that's a bit more current. So, this will be the showcase video following Yoko. Until then, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your quest for bankruptcy. I know I am.